And more specifically, I want to talk about bricks. I love bricks, and when I walked in here, I was so happy. Why do I love bricks? I don't know. I think they look good, and whenever you have a musical venue that has bricks, it usually sounds good too. Because when you have like flat walls, you can have like an echo, or like the sound waves can travel in a way that's not really good for music. But bricks, they dampen the sound waves a little bit because they're not totally flat; they're a bit uneven. And also, I like the color, and I just, brick buildings, come on. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. And the reason I'm talking about bricks is because in Iceland we don't have bricks. There's a lot of things we don't have in Iceland. We don't have humor, we don't have bricks. And, we don't see the sun for 6 months of the year. And when I was, first time I traveled to New York, I spent a week in Manhattan, and some people, they go to the Empire State Building and go like, ooh, ah, but I was like walking more like in the Meatpacking District, and like Upper East Side and the Lower East Side, and then went to Brooklyn, and all I could think was like, wow, so many bricks, because you have the skyscrapers that are made of glass, the rest is just bricks, and they can get pretty high, these brick buildings. And I had this, some people that have, like, when they walk down the street and there's lines in the street, they don't want to step on the lines. I have, like, when I'm walking and I see a brick building, I'm like, I wonder how many bricks that is. So it's like, is it possible to count every brick in Manhattan? What would the number be? Probably, astronomical.
4.
Gazillion. So, but yeah, of course, I didn't have time to count every brick in Manhattan, so I did what we musicians do. I wrote a song about it. And so we will perform a song called Every Brick in Manhattan. But I want to dedicate this song to my favorite brick city in Poland, which is Łódź, Holy Łódź. It has a lot of brick buildings, and I really love the atmosphere in the brick buildings.
Every brick in Hollywood.
Hollywood.
And apparently Blues Club.
Yes. So, and also I want to dedicate this song to this awesome blues club. I could see from his face as he sat down all the times he'd been let down. Every brick in Manhattan. These words were old and old, and the stories he told of every brick in Manhattan. The scars on his eyes and the lines of his face, shaped like silhouettes from falling. Every brick in Manhattan, and the fire in the Garden of Eden. Every brick in Manhattan, I could tell he had seen them. See from his face as he sat down on the times he'd been left down. And every brick in Manhattan, his words were old and old, and the stories he told of every brick in Manhattan. In all my years, I've never seen a place as cold, as unforgiving as she. But in all my years, happiest man I've ever had the pleasure to greet. Every brick in Manhattan, the fire in the Garden of Eden. Every brick in Manhattan, I could tell it's the name. Now we're going to do a song that's not written for my solo project. It's written by one of my bands back home. I have many bands actually that I play with. Does anyone know the band Ólafsson? Yeah? Anyone else? Raise a hand. Okay. You should check out Ólafsson. We're actually playing tomorrow in Gdansk. Yeah, so it's like Icelandic indie with a hint of folk rock, and yeah, so that's my main project actually. And then I have in Iceland I have a couple of metal bands and rock bands, and I want to play you a metal song. Okay?
It's not really a metal song.
Well, it's by a metal band, but you know.
It's kind of a creepy metal
Yeah.
ballad song.
Yeah, it's a creepy metal ballad song. That's right.
It's kind of a guerrilla metal song.
Yes, it's true. David here, he's speaking the truth. You know, first of all, metal bands play the best ballads, right? You know this one? That's a metal ballad. But people don't know it because people just know this one song. They don't know the rest, which is like, you know, metal. So in the 80s, people would come to their shows expecting to hear like acoustic stuff, but then you heard like, you know, 90 minutes of metal and then one ballad. My band Ask a Slave, we did the same. We have one ballad, and it became the most played song on Icelandic radio of all our songs. Actually, the only song that got played on radio. Yeah, because our music is too weird to be on the radio.
You have YouTube. So.
Yeah, but we wrote a ballad called Sleep Now, and but it's like a murder ballad. Do you know what a murder ballad is? Something that sounds romantic, but it's not. Like Every Breath You Take by Sting is actually a stalker ballad. It's about a guy who's like following a woman around, you know, hiding in the bushes, watching every move she makes, every breath she takes. I'll be watching you. And the whole world thinks it's a love song, but it's actually not. It's very creepy. And a murder ballad is also Where the Wild Roses Grow by Nick Cave, where you know, it sounds romantic, but in the last verse, the protagonist, Nick Cave's character, kills Kylie Minogue with a rock and leaves her dying in, you know, Where the Wild Roses Grow. So that's a murder ballad, something that sounds romantic, but it's not. And now we're going to play a murder ballad by my band Ask the Slave. It's called Sleep Now. And if you look up this song on YouTube, there's a pretty nice music video where I'm making creepy things to a sleeping girl. But it's just art. I'm a nice guy, don't worry. Sleep now, gently pass through to the other world. It will release you from all your worries, so sleep now. Forget those promises broken. There's a place in the forest, a place for you to rest. Should you sleep now, throw up the weight that you carry. Burn all the bridges and bury the hatchet you keep now. Still on the side of tomorrow. Think of your favorite song. Let it just move you along. And then I'll open the door at the count of 4. You're not alone anymore. The scent of your hair as I reach towards your ear, it's so sweet now. Spreading your then I opened the door at the count of 4, needing to see you once more. You look so relaxed as I'm here by your side, with tears in my eyes I whisper, I love you. You're asleep now. So relaxed as I'm here by your side, with tears in my eyes I whisper,